everyone. Welcome back to Kelly's True North Tarot. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great start to the end of the week and the beginning of the weekend. Which brings us to the weekend vibes reading. We've got the Prism Oracle. We're going to do the 4 direction spread, which I really enjoy doing, from the Sacred Forest Oracle. So, switching things up, this is the first weekend in May. The weather is starting to warm up here, thank goodness. And so, you start going out and you're getting the backyard or the patio or the balcony ready. Perhaps you have a boat or a trailer, an RV camper, and you're getting that ready, or a cottage and you're getting that ready. There really is this feeling of spring is in the air. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. It's lovely. All right, we need 4 cards, please, Spirit. Remember that this is a general reading, so if it resonates, claim it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. I thank you for spending part of your day with me. It truly means the world to me to have your support. All right. So our first card is Faith. The second card is Surrender. The third card is Rejection. And the fourth card is Death. So the first card is the East card, and this represents the place of the rising sun, which is springtime. This card reveals what is beginning in our life, what needs to begin, or what we need to search for or to explore further. Faith, the believing in something, the connection. Now, this doesn't have to be necessarily spiritual. It could be just a core value, right? And I think that around the world, a lot of us are being tested in that area, right? What are we willing to live with, and what are we resistant to? When is enough enough? When will we stand up? When will we, resist? When will we use our voice, right? It is a time of, I think personally, deep, reflection within ourselves as to, finding our limit or finding our boundaries, if you will. So, once again, this is what is starting to develop and what we need to continue to explore. It could change moment to moment, right? Which is an interesting concept in itself. Our second card, Surrender. This is the South card. The South card represents the sun and the summertime. This card reveals what is expanding in our life. So this is what we should be growing or working towards. And I love that we have surrender coming out. This is, the understanding, the sort of recognizing, if you will, when to push something aside, when to release, when to let go, when not to hold on so tight. It's hard to do, right? It's hard to do when we live in such a chaotic world, when we have responsibilities and we have bills to pay and jobs to do and kids to raise and so on and so forth, right? Looking after your home, doing the grocery shopping, doing the house cleaning, doing the laundry. Like, there's a lot of things that we are involved in, a lot of things that we're doing. We're busy, busy, busy people. And so sometimes we have to really be paying attention to when we feel like things are sort of piling on top of ourselves, right? So what we should be working towards with the surrender is that free and clear release. Now, just as a side note, you can do a release, right? You can do it nightly. This is just a tip, right? So have a pad of paper or a book near your bed. Write down the 3 things or the 4 things that you were really concerned about today. And once you write those down on that piece of paper, you make a declarative statement such as, I worried all day about these things, and tonight I am reclaiming my energy. I am no longer giving my energy to these things. And, tomorrow's another day. You could, stand outside in nature and say a prayer and literally say to spirit, I release all of my negativity and I invite joy in. And you do it in sort of like a ceremonial kind of fashion, right? And those are great ways to release negative, pent up kind of energies and just get rid of them, making room for joy. Our next card is rejection, and this is the West card. The West card represents the setting sun, the season of autumn. This card reveals what we are gathering. It can represent what we need to release or clear out of our life. So, do you see how these are working hand in hand? Right? We are sort of reaffirming our faith, discovering our faith, our belief, our values, right? We are learning the importance of not carrying things that don't serve us, i.e., like negative energy, outside influences, that kind of thing. And now we are at the moment when we are really embracing an attitude of just because something is happening doesn't mean I have to go along with it. Doesn't mean I have to co-sign it. I have to engage with it, right? You can reject. Reject means no, thank you. I'm not interested. And you can do that by developing these 2 things here. The faith and the surrender makes you stronger to reject, right? So I just want to read this again. This card reveals what we are gathering, right? It can also represent what we need to release or clear out of our life. So this is a believing, this is a thinking, and this is a doing, is how I'm intuitively gathering this message. Our last and final card is the Death card. And in the 4-directional spread, this is the North card, which represents the dark of night, the season of winter. This card reveals what we need to consolidate or nurture. It is also what we need to repair or heal. The Death card is about the end of something and the beginning of something else. This is a new approach. This is a new perspective. This is a new way of doing or thinking or achieving, it feels to me, right? This whole set of cards for this weekend is literally about reimagining how you do something. So let's say, for example, that you always, do a particular routine before you go to bed. Like, this doesn't have to be big or extreme, right? Well, maybe you're going to change the routine up because you don't feel like you're getting a good enough night's sleep. So you're going to change this up. And by the idea or the realization that you're going to change it up, you get excited about it, right? You're passionate about it. You believe that it's going to help because you need it to help, because you want it to help. And so it's going to help, right? Hopefully that made sense, that analogy. But that's what this feels like. It doesn't have to be big. It can be big. It doesn't have to be extreme, but it can be extreme. It doesn't have to be life-altering or life-changing, but it could be life-altering, life-changing. And I love those kinds of readings, right? Can be big, can be small, can lead to something beautiful, and really change the way that you do things. Small picture, big picture. I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that you that it resonates for you. Do have a wonderful weekend, and until we see each other again, I wish you many, many blessings. Bye for now.